What's up, y'all? It's me making another one of these videos and whatnot. But it's the fact that this one is more or less, I don't know if anyone's actually, has anyone actually looked at no, they actually have. Wait, yes? No, I don't fucking know. Yeah, Vent-sesh 2 has had no views, and Vent-sesh 3 has had no views as well, I think. Yeah. So both 2 and 4 have not had have had anything, but Vent-sesh 3 has had 6 views for some reason. It's the fact of just like, I've been drinking, obviously, but it's the fact of just like, I don't think she is, but Hannah, if you're generally watching these, I've been so for real, let me know that you want nothing to do with me. That's it. Like, let me know that you want nothing to do with me and be fucking mean about it. Like, I know that's probably going to be hard because you're not generally like a mean person and everything. But like, tell me, you know? Like, generally tell me. Because it's not like the fact of with everything that you've said, really, with like you saying, oh, I want to postpone our wedding. Like, I want to find happiness. I want to be happy with myself. Like the comment that you said before, like I can probably find it most likely. Comments. Like the fact that you comment on some of my stuff and it's just like you have broken hearts. One of them being like, oh, am I still your handsome boy? You said 1 and 5, and it's the fact that 1 and 5 is, oh, I'm still your handsome boy, and am I still your future husband? It's just like, you said both of those things, but it's the fact that you said 1 and 5, and it's the fact that you basically said 1 and 5, but you said 5, but 5 is I need to just think. So it's just like, am I, is it still something you want to do or no? And then another one was just like, see, now you know what I used to feel. And there's the fact that can we still be friends and forget the past that we fell in love? And he said, I wish I could say yes. Then why don't you? I wish I could say yes, but my heart doesn't know how to unlearn the way it beats for you. I'm not going to read all that if I'm being genuinely honest. But it's the fact that you have so many comments. All I have now is myself. I'm sorry, but I'm not them. I tried to so you. I even told my whole family about you. Even my dad. That is gone now. Then you said, then why did you do what you did? And then I tagged you in something. You said you never tagged me in anything before. Then you sent a crying emoji, puppy eyes, and then like a heart with bandages on it. And it's like, and then there's another one that's just like, I just need time, please. It's all I ask. Trust me, I know it hurts. I was there before, but now it's my turn to just think. And it's just like, it went from thinking to you hating me because I abandoned you, and then it went from that to our spark is gone, and it's just like, where, like, what? Like, what happened? Like, generally, like, what happened? You have some comments that are just like, it's like, my baby looks good and you liked it, and then it's just like, oh, this is old. It's just like, it's like this one. And I wish you could have been there when I was lost, so it didn't happen the way it did. Trust me. And there's you saying I've never tagged you in anything. Then you asking like, why did I do what I did? And then I said, yes, I understand that now, and I'm sorry that it took this long. I hope I'm not too late and know most of your family hates my guts, which is fair, I assume. And you said, which I guess it basically confirms the fact that majority of your family hates me, which I kind of figured, if I'm being serious. Is all I have is myself. See, now I know. Now you know what I used to feel. Bunch of broken hearts. When I did, where was you at? Is the fact of like shit like this, it's just like, call me so that we can talk about it. Like if you genuinely want to, like continue and everything, like if you genuinely want to be with me and everything, call me. Like I'm literally like I don't even know, like you can call me whenever you want. Like I'll generally be like, if I'm at work, I'll tell people like, oh, I got a call, I'll be right back, and then it's the fact that we could be on call for however long. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's an hour, 2 hours, 3, 4, 7. It doesn't matter. It's the fact that just let me know. Because with you posting yourself with you posting another dude, like you with another dude, it's just like, why is this something that you genuinely want to like show me? Like genuinely. What I look like asking him about another B. That's one you posted 24 minutes ago. I don't even know what the fuck that means. Like, at all. What is another B? What is a B? It's another boyfriend, another baby, that's the only two things that really come to mind. Another baby or another boyfriend. That's pretty much it. There's really nothing else to that. It's just that. What I look like asking him about another B. So the three things I got is another baby, another boyfriend, or another bitch. Those are the three that I got from that. I don't know which one those mean, but knowing you, I feel like it's another bitch, if I'm being honest, because I don't know what the other ones would be, if I'm being honest. But it's the fact that like one of the posts that you have on TikTok is just like talking about like, oh, I'm not gonna block you, you're gonna watch me win and everything. But it's the fact that I don't mind watching you win. I'm hoping you do win. But it's the fact that when you decide that you want to post other dudes and everything, that's when I have an issue. Generally, that's when I have an issue. And it's the fact that with you not saying anything, it doesn't help anything at all. It generally doesn't. It's the fact that I literally messaged you today. Me seeing this, I said on the post that you have now, I said, who's that? Literally, who's that? Like, it's the fact that you said, oh, I'm not punishing you for this and that. But it's like, I think you are, if I'm being honest. Because it's just like it's the fact of most people, not even most people, but people don't do this shit at all. You know, like it's not something that genuinely happens. Because you can't say like, oh, I'm not punishing you, and then it's like you're not saying anything to me, but you're definitely posting you with other dudes, and it's just like, what the fuck is going on? And it's the fact that you're not doing anything except for putting them in harm's way. If I'm being honest, like I'm being so for real. Generally, and it's the fact that I'm being open about all this because I'm fucking drunk, and it's the fact that I'm aware of that, and it's the fact that you don't like the fact that when I drink, you don't like the fact that I drink at all, which I understand, but it's the fact that it's the only way that I actually open up. You know, it's the only way that I generally open up and everything. So it's like it's a double-edged sword because it's like I don't open up, but it's the fact that I want to majority of the time. And it's the fact that I'm saying stuff that I would never normally say, ever. If I'm being honest. Like, this is something I generally wouldn't say. And it's the fact that I'm going to post this, and I'll be damned, I bet you no one is going to actually see this. And it'll be another video that just no one sees. But it's very, what's it called? Because it's one of those things where just like, I post it, no one sees it, and then when I eventually snap, I'm just like, you should have watched, video. You should have watched Vent-sesh, 4 or 2, and it's just like it explains all of that, But it's like it's one of those things where it's like you're punishing me for everything that I've done. And it's like it's one of those things where you could say like, oh, you could always block me and everything, but it's like, I'm not going to, Like, let's be real. You know for a fact I'm not gonna generally block you because I want to be with you. Genuinely. Like, I've done so much shit, but it's the fact that like you are who I want to be with. Like, I don't know how else to really say that. But it's the fact of like you and our son are who I want to be with for the rest of my time on this planet. But it's the fact that you haven't said anything. So it's the fact that when I snap, which will probably be soon, because I'm sure that if you're talking to another guy, I'm sure you've probably fucked them, most likely. Is the fact that I'm sure at some point I'm gonna get a fucking message about it. I'm gonna get a message, and then it's just gonna be like, the fact that I'm gonna get a message and they're just gonna be like, stop talking about my girl, da 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 da, she's not your girl anymore, da 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 da. And it's the fact of like, it's one of those things where it's like, you know what? It's ballsy to send that shit, but it's also ballsy to stand on business because when I show up, I'm not gonna be talking. I'm not gonna lie to you. If I'm being genuinely honest, if you don't say something, generally something, either I want nothing to do with you, or I'm getting my lick back from you cheating on me, da 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 da, is the fact that if you don't say something, I'm not gonna lie to you, when I come see you, I'm gonna ask you, where is the guy that you're currently with? Like, where is the guy that you're currently with? Where is Joe? Simple as that. Like, it's gonna be those two things, and that's it. And that's simply it. Because, and it's the fact that I'm gonna ask you, and it's the fact that I'm sure that you're not gonna like, what you call it? You're gonna be like, oh, it's not that serious, or you're gonna say something. But it's the fact that like at that point you're not dealing with the same old like me anymore. You're not dealing with like this, like the basically the pacifist version of me. Like, you're dealing with someone that doesn't care. Generally, the only reason I haven't hurt Joe for everything that he did to you is because you simply told me not to. Simple, like literally. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, that's the only reason why I never. That's the reason why I never hurt Joe, even though I've wanted to for so long. But it's the fact that you said no. I'm just like, okay, you know, I'm gonna respect her wishes and not do anything. It's one of those things where just like, if it's the fact that you want nothing to do with me, then your dream was to have full custody of, our son and everything, then I'm gonna make that happen. Like, before I pass, it's something I'm going to do. Because that's a promise. That's a genuine promise that I made myself. When I decided to change my ways. That's the thing about it. That's genuinely something that I promised myself that I would do. Because it's something that you wanted, and it's the fact that it's something that I literally, like, when we were gonna get married, my first present to you was that. Because I went to a lawyer, before any of this even happened. Like, the first time you mentioned that, like, oh, I don't think I could marry you because, I'd be leaving our son behind, is the fact that the first time you had doubt about that, I really called up a lawyer and was just like, hey, what would this be? Like, how would this case turn out for, like, a custody battle and everything? And I told him everything that you have told me, and he basically was just like, yeah, she would win because it looks like he doesn't care for, his son and everything. And it's just like, okay. And it's the fact that the day, December 30th, was the day that I was going to tell you, I was going to ask you, pick a date, but within when I would show up, because it was going to be February, when we were going to get married. And it's the fact that I was going to tell you, pick a date between them, because that's what the date I was going to pick for us to basically take Joe to court and everything, and get you prime custody of our son, because the fact that the lawyer said, like, yeah, he wouldn't have any, custody at all from anything. And it's the fact that it's the fact that he told me, like, if all of this is true, and she can confirm that all of this is true, then yeah, he has, like, she gets prime custody and he gets nothing, and that's pretty much it. Like, it's the fact that was gonna be my genuine present. That was gonna be my first present to you as a married couple, is because it's something that you always told me anytime I brought up us getting married, is the fact of, like, that's something you always brought up. And it's the fact that the day I was gonna set up the date, then it was just like, we need to postpone the wedding. I'm not happy with myself. I need to be happy with myself. But it's like, it's one of those things where it's just like, it's one of those things, because it's just like, that's something I was gonna do for you. Like, genuinely, like, I'm not even, that's not something I'm lying about. Like, I could genuinely give you the number of that lawyer, and you could call him up and tell him about, like, what I'm talking about, and he'd be like, oh yeah, I have the file. Because he made a file of it. Because he messaged me before saying, like, I haven't heard from you for a few days, but I'll keep the file and everything just in case you change your mind. Because I told him, like, yeah, we're having some issues, I was super vague with it, if I'm being honest. But it's the fact that, like, he, said, like, okay, it makes sense. and everything. Like, she doesn't know that this is this is something you're trying to do and everything. So if you want, if everything goes well and everything, you can definitely, like, just shoot me a date, and then, I'll be, good to set it up and everything. And just like, all right, good to know. And it's the fact that since then, it's the fact of, like, you're posting you with another dude, and it's just like what, like, generally what I'm trying. It's the fact that it's the fact that I tried. Like, it's the fact that that's something, like, that was the first gift I was going to give to you, was full custody of, our son. Because that was something that you cared more about than anything in the world. And it's the fact that I know that's something you care about more than anything in the world. Something you care about more than yourself, more than you care about me, more than you care about anything. It's our son you care about so much. If you care so much about him, which makes sense, but it's the fact of just, like, something like this, like, literally 2 hours ago you sent that, and it's just like, it's the fact that it makes me think, it's one of those things where it's just like, you want me to suffer, but it's the fact that if I was to just literally end it, it's the fact that you would be somewhat sad in the sense, but it's just like, it's the fact that it's your fault. Like, genuinely. It's your fault. Because it's the fact that you said, one of your posts, it was just like, oh, block you? Nah, you're going to watch me win. And it's the fact that you just throw this shit in my face. Simply. When it's the fact that I was trying to get you full custody. I was trying to do so much, like, there was so much stuff that I was trying to do that you didn't know about, that I wanted to surprise you on. And it's the fact that you think the person you're dating or this person you're talking to was going to do the same thing? Do you generally believe that the person that you're dating cares about, like, your son the same as I do? Like, I call him our son anytime I mention anything. He's our son. Literally, for anything. Like, do you generally think the guys that you date or talk to will be like, oh, he's my son, or anything? Like, it's not, no. I don't think so, but I don't know. That's just me. But it's the fact of just, like, there was so much I was trying to do. It's the fact that I never told you because I didn't want it to be like, I didn't want it to be like, I didn't want it to be like a double-edged sword or anything. I didn't want you to be like, oh, I want to find happiness, but then I say, like, oh, I was gonna surprise you with, like, full custody with I didn't want to give you, like, that, like, not even that hope, but just be like, because it's like, to me, you being happy with yourself is important to me. You loving yourself is important. You mentally is important to me, and everything. And it's the fact that it always will be. But it's like, it's the fact of, like, with you posting you with, because that's the thing. I know it's another guy. That's the thing. It's the fact that you can say, oh, it's not, or it's this and that. But it's the fact that, like, at that point, it doesn't mean anything. Because it's the fact that you knew I was going to see it, and the fact that you didn't say anything. It's the fact that you were fine with me thinking however it was seen. And the fact that you were fine with that. Simple. You were fine with me seeing that and being like, because it could be Mickey, which is your best friend. And it's just like, it's the fact that that's what it was, but it's the fact that you didn't tell me. So it's the fact that it's whatever I think it was, and it's the fact that you were fine with that. And it's the fact that if you say, oh, it was just this, it's the fact that it's too late. It's too late to tell me, because I've already seen it. But that's what I'm talking about with, like, if you want me to be out of your life, like, I'm being so for real. Like, if you genuinely want me to be out of your life, like, I couldn't be more serious about it, and you cannot believe me or whatever the case may be, but if you genuinely want me out of your life, I mean 100%, and not just your life, but our son's life and everything, if you want me to just disappear and act like nothing ever happened, tell me. Simply, if you're genuinely listening to these, if this is something you're genuinely listening to, or it's something you're listening to, or whatever the case may be, tell me. Genuinely tell me, because the fact that the more I see this, the more I saw you post the thing on TikTok of that spider dude saying that I love you, and like you saying oh and having the two emojis. I looked up to see what they mean and everything, and then like this would snap, so on and so forth. It's like, you're not. It's the fact that you're gonna see a part of me that I don't want to show you because it's something that you're just gonna be afraid of. It is the fact that I'm not gonna hurt you, but it's the fact that I'm gonna hurt them. It's the fact that you're not. It's the fact that you're not helping. It's the fact that it's simple. You just tell me you want nothing to do with me, and it's something you are 150% certain on, and that's it. But it's the fact that I asked you if this is something you're sure about, and you didn't say anything. And to this day, you haven't said anything about it. So it makes me think that you care, and it makes me think that like, oh, she's working on yourself, and then you make posts like this. And keep in mind, the posts that I've made, the shit I've said, is the fact of any woman that comes to me, I say fuck off. Simple. I say fuck off. I'm engaged. Go kick rocks. Simple. But it's the fact that it's the fact that you could have sent a picture, and it could have, like I said, it could have been Nikki, it could have been just some random person, whatever the case may be. But it's the fact that you sent the post, and then after that said what I looked like asking him about another B, and it's the fact that I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't. And it's the fact that you can think I do know what that means, but I don't. I generally don't know what the hell that entire thing means. But it's the fact that it's the fact that you look at my profile, and it's just like, why? Because it's the fact that it's one of those things that makes me think of just like, it's the fact that you're trying to punish me for doing what I did in the past. Like, it's something you're trying to do, and it's the fact that you can say it's something you've said before, which is like, oh, I'm not doing that, da-da-da-da-da. But it's like, the proof is right there. Like, you haven't said that you want nothing to do with me. You haven't. It's the fact that that's something you haven't done. It's the fact that you check my profile almost every day, like you're waiting for me to just, like, baby, like you're waiting for me to move on. But it's the fact that it's not going to happen. It's not. It's generally not. As much as if you don't believe that, I generally don't care. It's something that I'm telling you now. It's not going to fucking happen. It's the fact that literally I have something on my main phone for 2035 that says end it all. And it's on March 8th of 2035. Literally. It's the fact that I'm willing to wait a decade for you, but it's the fact that you have to tell me what's going on. You have to I have to not even be in the loop, but you have to say something. Because you're not saying anything, and you, like, viewing my profile, watching my stories, sending certain posts. It's just like, it's the fact of, like, you're not saying anything. You're just showing me your actions, and it's the fact that it's not doing anything but going to hurt the person that you're talking to. That's it. That's simply all it's going to do. I'm not even joking. That's all it's all it's doing. And there's I'm telling you, you cannot believe me, and this is pretty much the end of that because I'm gonna just post it after this. It's been like 30 minutes, but it's the fact of like, if I'm not gonna lie to you, if I end up breaking because I get a like someone adds me on Snap or Instagram and they send me a video of them giving you back shots or them doing this or that or whatever the case may be, it's the fact that at that point when I come down there to see you, I'll give you your presents and I'm asking you two things. Where is that person? And I would show you the video of what I was shown. And then where's Joe? And that's it. And at that point there is no you trying to tell me like, oh, it's not like that, da 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 da. Is that at that point you're not talking to me. You're not talking to like the rational part of me. You're talking to someone that's just dealing in business, and that's it. And I'm telling you, it's not something that you want to do. I'm not joking when I say that. It's not something that you genuinely want to deal with at all. Because it's the fact that I'm only asking you simply to see if you genuinely care. Genuinely. Because the fact that if you refuse to say it, it doesn't matter because it's the fact that I've already sent the username, the number, whatever the case may be. I've already sent it to someone that can find and pinpoint where that person is at. And it's simply just like me making one call or send a text and them telling me where they're at. And then once I find out where they're at, that's done. Like, it's the fact that Joe's done, the person I'm talking to is done, and I'm done. And that's it. And at that point, it's one of those things where just like, it's whatever. Because it's the fact that it's been 2 months, or 2.5 months, and it's the fact of, like, I'm not gonna lie to you. You posted that 2 hours ago, and I'm not even gonna lie to you. I literally got all of my shit, got in my car, and literally was about to drive down there, and was about to find that person and fuck them up. I'm not joking. I'm genuinely not joking. Like, you could not believe me, which is fine. You could genuinely not believe me, but it's all fun and games, and it's all like, oh, I don't believe you, until I just pop up, and it's just like, where the fuck is this person? And at that point, you're not, like I said, you're not dealing with me anymore. Like, you're not dealing with the rational part of me. Like, you're dealing with someone that's just simply just out to fucking basically murder somebody. And that's it. Like, you're not dealing with the rational part of me. You're dealing with a person that is set on basically killing 2 people and then themselves. And that's it. Like, and it's the fact that I know I've lied a bunch and everything, but it's the fact that that's something I don't want you to, like that's not something I want you to, like, be, like, drawn to. Like, it's the fact that time after time, I'm trying to give you a chance to, like, tell me, literally, because it gets to the point where just, like, when I break, it doesn't matter if you say I want nothing to do with you at one point. Like, I'm trying to give you a chance to tell me beforehand, because when I break, you telling me that, it means nothing. It generally means nothing. But I couldn't be more like clear on that. It doesn't mean anything. It doesn't. It generally means literally nothing at all. But it's just like, it's the fact that you don't, like, I understand you don't believe me and everything, but like I said, it's all fun and games until I pop up and I'm just like, where are they? You know, it's the fact I'm giving you opportunity after opportunity after opportunity, but it's just the fact that you don't want to take it and you think I'm lying about it. At that point, there's nothing I can do. Because I know what I've done. I know the deals I've made. Like, having a dark passenger. I know what I've done. I have a dark passenger. It's the fact that that's what you're going to be dealing with. It's the fact that it's not going to hurt you, but it's the fact that it doesn't. It's the fact that it's not going to be me. It's going to be someone completely different. Completely. And it's the fact that it's the fact that it won't matter what you say. It won't change anything. Like, once I break, that's it. Like, I've made it completely set in stone of that. Like, I've made it set in stone of what I'm going to do. And that's it. But there's nothing else to that. It's just that. And it's something I don't want. I want to give you a chance to tell me, like, if it's the fact that I want you to tell me what it is. But it's the fact that I message you and you look at it when I don't even think you even look at it fully. You just tap it and then slide out, and that's it. You don't even read anything. But it's one of those things. I'm trying to give you a chance to. I try to give you a chance, and it's the fact that it's getting thin. It's getting very thin. And especially with that whole thing, with literally 3 hours ago, you sending a picture of you and some other dude watching a movie. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. You have probably 2 more attempts or 2 more things to send with another person before I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm done. It's chopped. It's done. I'm about to go down there and I'm gonna ask her where the fuck these people are. And that's just me telling you just simply because it's the fact that I already know. That's the thing. I already know where these people are. Simple. It pays to know people. But it's the fact that it's one of those things that you don't get, and it's the fact that it's like you don't believe me. It's like it's the fact that I understand that you don't believe me, but it's all fun and games until one day I just pop up and I'm just like, where are they? Like, I give you your presents and it's just, where are they? And that's it. And at that point, you've lost me. At that point, at that point, it's not me anymore. It's not, and it doesn't matter what you say. It won't matter at all. It's the fact that I'll get to that point where I just don't care. Like, I don't. It's the fact that I have 2 objectives, and both of those are skinning someone alive, and that's it. So it's one of those things where just like, tell me. Simply tell me. Because I have hope that we can get back together and be good. Because we were good before. Literally, I didn't cheat on you at all since I've been at the base I'm at now. I haven't. You've been my entire world. You really have. You and our son have been my entire world the whole time. And all of a sudden, it was just like, and then all of a sudden, it was just like, I need time for myself. But it's like, you need time for yourself, but you block me on everything. And that's it. But it's the fact that, like, I'll tell you this, and then I'm done. And then I'm probably going to post this, but, like, unblock me from Instagram. And then I'm going to follow you. You accept it. And if there's a dude that you're calling your new, like, your new man and everything, like, I will be down there that day. I'm not joking either. Like, if it's something, it's one of those things where just like, if you genuinely think I'm lying, I'll tell you this: challenge it. Challenge it. Genuinely challenge it. Because the fact that it's the fact that I lied a lot. Yes, I understand that. But it's the fact that now I'm serious about what I've said. So if you think that I'm lying about something, challenge it. But it's the fact that I know that deep down that you know that I'm serious about what I'm saying. It's the fact that you won't challenge it because you know that I'll be down there. It's the fact that I won't care. I won't. Because I'm telling you now, if I come down there, just already know that I'm probably gonna take my life, but after taking 2 more people's. Like, I'm not joking. I'm generally not. But like I said, if you think I'm generally joking, then hey, challenge it. See if I really am, bullshitting or not. Generally. Like, I that's something I generally encourage you to do. Like, I'm not, it's the fact that, like, there's nothing more I can really say about that. Like, generally. Like, challenge it. If you think I'm full of shit, then challenge it. But I promise you, I promise you, you will think twice, and at that point, it's too late. Generally, it's too late. But yeah, that's pretty much all I really have to say, if I'm being honest. Is the fact that it's just the fact of you said, oh, I'm not punishing you for anything. But it's like, it doesn't seem like that. It doesn't seem like that at all. It seems like you are. Literally. Like actually. I'm not even joking. Like, it's something that I genuinely feel like you are, because like, you're like this? Like that? Like, nah, that does. And you're telling me you're not punish me? Yeah, okay, sure you're not. Like, insane. That's completely insane. Like, I so doubt that. Literally. Like, something like this, like, your account on Instagram is you, like, just your ass and everything. Like, it's the fact that it's just like, you're not punishing me, but it's just like, yeah, right, sure you're not. It's the fact that you're just like, why lie? Why lie? Like, genuinely. Like, I'm not even joking, why lie? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't. It genuinely doesn't. It genuinely doesn't. I don't really understand it. It genuinely makes no sense. Like, why when I was gonna harm myself, why did you decide to say, oh, if I love you, you won't do this? Like, why? Why care? You hate me, so why care? Why care at all? It makes no sense. Just think about it. No one knew who you were. No one knows who you are in my family. Well, they know now because I've told them, and I've lost a handful of family members because of it. But it's the fact that if I killed myself, the fact that they wouldn't care. That's how my family is. They generally wouldn't care. They would simply just be like, oh, I told him so, and that's it. Generally. Like, that's generally how my family is. They wouldn't care. They would say, I told you so. Like, to themselves, they'd tell, if someone told them that I died, they'd be like, oh, I told him so, and that's it. Simple. That's how my family is. Simple. It's as simple as that. Literally. But it's the fact of, like, my whole thing is this. Why lie? Because, like, it's the fact that you lied to me. Because you said we needed to postpone our wedding. Because you wanted to be happy with yourself. And then all of a sudden it changed. And it was the fact that you hated me because I abandoned you. And then you hated me again for some reason. I don't even remember. There's the fact that with the comments and the likes of my story and everything, is the fact that it's just like, I don't get it. It's insane to me. Because the amount of times you say that you're fucked in the head, I don't care. I genuinely don't care. Like Hannah Laverty, I don't care that you're mentally unstable, that you're fucked in the head. I don't care. I love you. I love all of you. Like, I genuinely do. Like, I don't know how else to really say it, but it's the fact that, like, that's how I have to say it, because it's just like, there's nothing else I can say about it. It's the fact that I don't care about your flaws and everything. It's the fact that I love you for who you are. If you're fucked, whatever. It is what it is. Everyone's fucked in some way. No one is perfect. Everyone is fucked in some way. Like, it's one of those things. But it's the fact that you make it seem like you don't care. But then when I was talking about ending it, you were, all of a sudden you cared. It's just like, why? Generally, why? Like, I've already said how my family is. So it's like, you wouldn't be, like, you comparing me to Joe and people sending you messages saying, like, it's your fault and everything. It's like, that wouldn't happen. No one, I promise you, if I ended it today and people find out, they would be like, oh, it's whatever. Not a single fucking person would message you saying it's your fault. Or saying this, saying that. No one would say anything. Literally. It's simple as that. I'm not even joking. Like, it's simple as that. Not a single person would say that. And it's the fact that you say you're numb and everything, but it's like, the second I break is the fact that you'll see what being numb really is. Because before, when I met you, I was numb. It's the fact that I wasn't looking for someone. It's the fact that when I first added you, I was simply looking for friends to talk to. Like, back then, I was looking for friends. Like, when we first met, I was looking for friends to talk to because I was bored. I was literally looking for people to just talk to. Literally. And it's the fact that I added a bunch of people. Literally. I added a bunch of people based off their Bitmoji, because I thought, like, oh, they look chill, and that was it. I was looking for a friendship, and it's the fact that I found more than just that. But it's the fact that with you comparing me to Joe and everything, it's just like, no, like genuinely no. Like, I'm not Joe. I'm not. I didn't force a kid on you. I wasn't physically abusive to you, and so on. And it's something that I'm proud of that I did, not because that's something I just do, but it's the fact that I have morals in the sense of, like, I wasn't physically abusive to you. Was I mentally abusive? Yes. I can admit that. That's the thing I can admit. I can admit that that was something I did. Am I sorry about it? Of course. I am. It's the fact that I want to end my life every fucking day. But it's the fact that I can't, because I think of what you said, which is simply, if I love you, I won't do that. And that's what's keeping me alive. But it's the fact that the more that everything goes on, is the more that you send posts. It's the more that you post certain things. It's the fact that, like, certain things happen and you're not telling me that you want fucking nothing to do with me, or you're not telling me, like, I'm getting my get back and that's it. Because the fact that if you message me saying I'm getting my get back, is the fact that I would be like, it would suck, but at the same time, it's something that I can't be mad at because it's something that I did. But it's the fact that it would have to be one person. That's the thing, because it was only one person before. I only cheated on you with one person. That was it. You can believe it or not. I genuinely don't care, but it's the fact that I know it was one person and that was it. I know that. It was one person and that was all. But it's the fact of, like, something as simple as this. Like, simple. You said, first of all, you're not killing yourself. I said, sure. You said you have your whole life ahead of you. It's the fact that I don't. You and our son are in that life. It's the fact that you two are not in that life, there is no point in me living. There isn't. There really isn't. I'm not joking when I say that. It's the fact that the amount of times I tagged you and said, like, oh, if you got tagged, it means I will never ever leave you because I can't live without you. And the fact that you said, yes, I can, like, yes, I can. It's like, I can't. You're the reason why I decided to continue to live and everything. The amount of times I've tagged you and stuff, like, when I see you, I want to kiss you, I want to hug you, da 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 da, and you said, yes, you can, and everything. And it's just like, it's one of those things where you say you're numb to me, but it's the fact that when like, this is actually truly when I'm done, I'm just gonna post this, but it's the fact that when you said that you're numb, is the fact that when I break, I'm gonna show you what truly being numb is. Generally. Like literally, genuinely, I'm gonna show you what being numb is. I'm not even, but like, you can say that I'm lying or whatever the case may be, but I will surely show you what I mean, because when I break, I'll give you your presents, and then I'll tell you where's Joe and the person that you're currently talking to or dating. And I don't care if they're in fucking Spain, Ireland, Russia. I don't care if they're on the other side of the fucking planet, in Antarctica. I don't care. It's the fact that I will find them, and then I will proceed to dismember them. And that'll be that. Simple. And it's the fact that I'll show you what numb means. I'll show you what truly being numb is. Because before I met you, I was numb to everything. It's the fact that I wasn't looking for a relationship. But it's the fact that I found you and it made me want something in life. It's the fact that I never knew how to actually love you correctly. And it's the fact that it's something that I wanted to tell you, but I was too scared to tell you. And it's something I could admit. I was genuinely too scared to ask you how to love you. And something I regret not telling you. Because I didn't want to seem like I was a pushover. I didn't want to seem like I was nothing. Because I felt like I was nothing. Even now, I don't feel like I should, even if you gave me a second chance, it's the fact that we'd have to have a serious conversation about it, because I don't feel like I could. It's the fact that I don't feel like I deserve to be with you. But it's the fact that with you not telling me anything, it doesn't do anything. Because it's the fact that I'm not, like I've said before, I'm not Joe. I'm not. I'm generally not. And you can believe me or not. It's whatever. It's the fact that when I pop up at your job and I'm asking where these two people are, there is no, that's just a courtesy of me asking, because it's the fact that it doesn't matter. I already know where they are. I'm just asking you to see if it's something that you're going to tell me. And if you do, then cool. If it's not, then it's whatever. I already know where they're at. It doesn't really matter. But it's the fact that there's so much that you've said, and it's just literally, for example, this is probably going to be like the last thing, but the start of December, literally, the start of December, we sent each other paragraphs, And then the ending of December, everything went to shit. Literally, everything went to shit. So it was the fact of, let me find it. It was like the beginning of January. Not the beginning of January, the beginning of December. It's the fact of is the fact that I sent you and said this. This is something I realized because back then when you disappeared, I let you go and it hurt and sucked. But I love you more than anything, so I hope that you but more than anything. So I hoped that you'd come back and eventually you did. Of course, I shouldn't have treated you the way I did when you did come back, and it wasn't right of me. I was angry and upset because you had our first kid, something that I remember us talking about, us having our first child together, and I was bitter because that was taken from me because it wasn't right. And I'm truly sorry for everything I put you through, the lying, the cheating, manipulation, everything. I love you, Hannah, and I want to be your husband until we're old and senile. You then told me, I love you too, Isaiah. I want to be your wife and I don't want to lose you again. I know that I did was wrong and I was so fucked up in the head it wasn't okay. I was trying to kill myself every day, and when I got pregnant I was still trying because one I was not okay, two I hurt you and I was mad at myself every single day. I would literally tell my mom that I missed you and I hate myself what I did to you. I just wanted to end it because of what I did, because of what happened, because of everything. I'm sorry for what I did. I'm sorry that when you tell me you're off work for a week, I go out with my friends, but now I don't care if I ever see them again. I just want to be with you and have kids with you and be by your side forever and grow together. I want to be the one that you can tell me how you are feeling. I want to be the one that if someone pushes your buttons, you tell me about it. You tell me about it. I just want you and only you. I love you. I only want us and our family. I know it's going to be hard, but I will get better through time. Baby, I have decided to change the date on us getting married, by the way. I want it to be the 20th of February, which is in a couple of months, okay? We sent pouty eyes to each other, and I said, okay, that's fine. As if I told you I'll take leave the 19th of February to the 1st of March. And then everything was fine. Everything was fine. The whole thing was fine. It is what it is. Everything was fine. And then, fucking, Jesus, I scrolled way too fucking much. Jesus Christ. Is the fact that the 30th, you said that you wanted to postpone our wedding. You were having a mental breakdown and you wanted to postpone our wedding. And then on Instagram, I messaged you trying to cheer you up, and you told me, why am I trying to cheer you up? Why am I not yelling at you? You didn't say that in particular, but you said, why am I not yelling? Telling you that you're crying over nothing, is the fact that where did that come from? Generally, from the point of December 2nd and 3rd, where did that come from? From that point to the 30th, what was going on that I was not aware of? Simple, because at that point, I was making reservations for the lawyers so that you could get full custody of our kid. Of Gerald. Literally. That's what I was doing. So it's the fact that I wasn't talking to anybody, I wasn't doing anything. I was literally talking to a lawyer majority of the day, asking them how the case would go with the evidence that was given. And he said it was good. And then the 30th happened, and everything went to shit. And it's the fact that you're truly not telling me what happened. It's the fact that you say the spark ended and everything, and it's whatever. But it's the fact that that's something that truly happened, tell me. Because at no point, you just say the spark. It's the fact that at no point did you ever say that you don't love me anymore. And it's the fact that with your actions, you don't show me that you don't love me anymore. Because most people don't, if someone says they're going to kill themselves, most people aren't just like, don't do that. If you love me, you won't do that. Da-da-da-da-da. Because if that's the case, like, what you said, like, oh, if you love me, you won't do that, then that's more of manipulation, if anything. It's not you caring, it's you just manipulating somebody. So the fact that you generally don't care, you're just like, okay, and that's it. But that's pretty much all I'm really gonna say, if I'm being honest. Like, there's nothing else I'm gonna say. Is the fact that I don't know if you can actually see me or not, but tell me. Hannah Nicole Laverty. Tell me. Because I'll wait for you for a decade. But it's the fact that I need to know if what I'm waiting for is worth waiting for. Because if I'm waiting for nothing, then I'm just gonna waste 10 years of my life for nothing when I can simply die tomorrow. That's just what it is. Is the fact that I've changed for you. Me trying to cheer you up should have been a sign that I was trying to change for you. Like that should have been the sign to say that I was changing for you. Because I've said it before. But it's the fact that, like, is the fact of just, like, is the fact of seeing shit like this. Fuck. Is the fact of seeing shit like this. Or shit like this. That's no bueno. That's nothing. That's nothing, because it's the fact of, like, I have shit like this on my laptop. I literally have that. I literally have fuck's sake. I literally have this, like, my watch. Where's my goddamn watch? I literally have shit like, fuck. I literally have shit like this. Like, is the fact that I have shit like that. Like, generally. Like, is the fact that, like, I personally have shit like that. That's on my phone, that's on my laptop, my Apple Watch, everything. Like, I am serious about you. And it's the fact that it's the fact that you need to tell me if it's something that you want to do. If you want something that you want to tell me, what is your plan? Because you saying that you're not trying to punish me, it just makes me seem like it. You going on dates with some other dude. It's the fact that, like, I'm not mad at you, I'm mad at him. It's the fact that, am I gonna chop you up? No, I'm gonna chop him up. And it's the fact that if that's someone that you're currently in love with, tell me. Genuinely. Like, it's something you have to do. As much as I'm not gonna like it, it'll save both of us. Because if it's like, it's the fact of, if it's something you genuinely care for me about, if you genuinely care about me and you don't want me to end my life and everything, then tell me. Tell me that you want nothing to do with me. Tell me that it's done, it's chopped. There's nothing I can do. And at that point, you just grit your teeth, block me. But it's the fact that, know that I'm not on this earth anymore. Because it's the fact that even if you came back, it's the fact that it's something I would ask you if it's something that genuinely you would want. It's something that you genuinely want. Not just pity because you feel bad because I'm going to end my life and everything. It's the fact, like I said, like, I'm not Joe. Like, I'm not. Like, it's the fact that if it's something it's something you don't genuinely want, like, it is what it is. It's the fact that I don't know why I'm speaking so freely about this, but it's probably because I'm just drunk. But it's the fact, and also the fact that I don't think you're going to actually watch this. But it's just like, let me know. Simply let me know. Like, it's the fact that that's the most important thing. Message me and let me know. Because you blocking me doesn't do anything. Like, when you left and everything, which I know now wasn't your choice and everything. Like, you think I was just like living the dream? Like, no. I would still check up on you and everything. The only reason I'd stopped checking up on you is because when I saw your Facebook, it had said that you were married. And that's when I was just like, all right, it's done. You know, it's whatever. You know, she's married now. There's no point in checking anything. But that's that. And then to turn out that was just lies anyways. But it's the fact of, you have to tell me. As hard as it probably will be, because I'm sure that you genuinely hate me and want nothing to do with me, it's something you have to do. And it's the fact that it's not something that you have to have other people do. It's something that you have to do. Because it's the fact that if I hear it from like 6 different people, it's the fact that I'm going to be like, fuck this. And I will drive the 7-8 hours to your job and ask you about it. Because I want to hear it from you. Because it's a me and a you issue. It's not everyone else. It's you and me. That's it. It's you and me. That's the issue. The issue consists of you and me. That's all. So only you and me can talk about it. Because me hearing it from everyone else, I don't care. Like the dude that you were talking about, that spider dude that I said his username already. I'll probably say it again, most likely. But it's the fact that him saying, like you posting him saying that I love you and everything, is the fact that if I still had it, I screenshotted it and everything, but I deleted it. But it's the fact that he told me that he was dating you and that you were better off with him and everything. And I literally messaged him, said, sure, and that was it. And then blocked him. It's the fact that he told me that you were with him already. So I don't know if that's the dude that you're at the movies with, but I don't know. But I'm telling you, just tell me. Call me. It doesn't matter. Like, text me, call me, just tell me what's going on. Because it's the fact that I will love you regardless. Like, if you want to get your lick back or whatever from me cheating, that's fine. I'm not gonna like it, but it's whatever. But it's the fact that I'll always love you. But it's the fact that if you want nothing to do with me, I'll still love you. But it's the fact that I'm not gonna be here anymore because there's no one else. The amount of women I've basically cursed out and everything because I'm just like, fuck off. Simply, fuck off. I'm not. Nope. I'm not. You can go fuck yourself. Literally. I cursed them out and I show them, I fucking literally show them this fucking ring. Literally. Like, I'm sure you don't believe me, but it's true. It's the fact that no one can end this but you. And it's the fact that with everything that you've said doesn't make sense. Like, postponement. And then you want to see me, but then you don't. And then it's like we break up. And then it's just like, what? There's so many different pieces. There's so many different pieces that are just like fucking flying around that just doesn't make sense. And it's the fact that if someone is making you do this, like it was back then when you had no choice but to cut contact with me, let me know. I'm telling you right now, if you were to message me and tell me simple as something as like on TikTok and just saying, help me, I bet you money I'd be there like that. I uniform everything. I'd be fucking there immediately. And it's the fact that I would take you, our son, and we would get the fuck up out of there. Literally. You may not believe me, but I'm telling you. If you can test it if you want. You say help me, I'm there. I don't care. I'll break every goddamn road law there is. I don't give a fuck. But it's just the fact of like, tell me something. Because I'm telling you now, when I break, it's not gonna be good. It's not. It's really not. And you may not believe me for anything, but I'm telling you, it's not gonna be good. Because you're not gonna be talking to me. Because this person right now is drunk me. But you're not gonna be talking to drunk me. You're not gonna be talking to sober me. You're gonna be talking to someone completely different that doesn't give a fuck at all. That just like has one mission, and that's to fuck up Joe and whoever else you're dating, and that's it. And there's no pleading, there's no nothing. So I'm telling you, tell me now before anything. That's all I really have to say. Just tell me. But yeah, I miss you. I love both of you. I always will, regardless if I end my life today, tomorrow, 2 weeks from now, doesn't matter. It's the fact that you both will be my best decisions that I ever made. And that's the truth. I'll see y'all later. Peace. What's up? I want to say I ended it and everything, but there was two things that caught my eye and everything. Is the fact of she saw the two things I sent and then made her story on Snap and said, "Don't need anybody but myself and my son because I'm not going to get played like a fool." I'm not going to play you like a fool. It's the fact that you don't believe it at all. And it's the fact that the only way for me to show you is through my actions. And I'm telling you, it's not fucking something you want to do because it's not a good reaction. Because you doing this with this guy, you posting this with this guy, da 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 da. It's not a fucking good thing. It's the fact that I'm trying to help you understand that it's not something that you want to see. Like I've cut people's fingers off. I've cut half of people's tongues off. Like it's something I'm trying to fucking save you from that you don't want to see because I'm so certain that you're gonna fucking just be like, you are fucking crazy, or you're a goddamn monster, or this, that, and the other. And it's something I don't fucking want at all. It isn't. It genuinely isn't. Like, I'm not joking. Like, it really fucking isn't. Like, obviously, it is something that I don't want to show her. I don't. Like, I genuinely don't. Because of the fact that it's something I've lost people for, and it's the fact that the shit that I've posted, that's like, the shit I posted is something that people have genuinely said to me. Literally, no one cares about you. Go back to hell. I'd care for you if you weren't you. The world would be better off without you. So why not do everyone a favor and disappear? Someone like you, a monster, devil, disappointment, shouldn't be on this planet. All you do is destroy no matter what you do. That's who you are, and that's all you'll ever be. Like, these are genuine things that people have fucking said to me. And it's the fact that I'm so certain that she doesn't believe that. And it's one of those things where you cannot believe me. It's whatever. But it's one of those things where just like, eventually it's going to come out that that's genuinely true. And then she's going to feel like shit. And it's the fact that I don't want her to feel like shit. Like, the whole thing with her not being played as a fool. Like, I understand it. I do. It's the fact that I've told her, like, you're not going to be a fool. I know what I want. I want my wife and my son. That's it. That's what I want. That's what I'm committed to. Literally, that's all I want. And it's the fact that if anyone wants to get into the middle of, if anyone wants to be in the middle of that, I will quickly fucking end them. I don't care. Like, the amount of women that have flirted with me, I've just said, fuck off. Fuck off, you whore. I'm fucking engaged. And they look at me fucking sideways, and then that's it. It's the fact that this is what she said. Don't need anyone but myself and my son, because I'm not going to be played like a fool. Hannah, I can tell you this right now. I'm not gonna play you anymore. And it's the fact that something like this is the fact that if I do play you, which I know I'm not going to, but if I do, it is the fact that it's not if you think I am, but if it's the fact that you like call me or you text me and we actually talk about it. And it's not just like you thinking like, oh, he's playing me, I'm gone, and that's it. It's the fact that I'm telling you, one more shot, which is crazy to think because we were fine in the beginning. I don't know where any of this fucking came from. I don't know where any of this came from. Since December 30th, the start of December, we were good. We sent the paragraphs to each other, and then the end of December, everything went down. What the fuck happened between the 2nd and the 30th? What happened in between any of that? Generally, I have no fucking idea. I have no fucking clue what happened at all. I am not joking when I say that. Have no fucking clue. No, like, it's the fact that I wish I did. It's the fact that I wish I did. Because I probably wouldn't be alive right now, but at the same time, at least I would know. Because I don't fucking know what happened. And it's the fact that I feel like she knows what I did, but I don't know what I did. It's the fact that it seems like everyone knows what I did but me, which makes no fucking sense. Like, the only thing I remember is being in contact with a lawyer to get full custody for our son, for her to get full custody of our son. That's pretty much all I did for all October. Not October, all of December. Literally, that's all I did for all of December. So, I have no fucking idea what sketchy shit I was doing. If the fact that it wasn't me, I'm sure of that. And it's one of those things where like it's one of the things that I do every month. I check everything. It's the fact that the thing about it is the fact that when I was trying to cheer her up when the December 30th came, she could have FaceTime me and said show me, like screen share everything and go to every single app, Messenger, Snap, Instagram, TikTok, everything. And she could see for herself that there's nothing there. Like, it's more or less a surprise thing because it's like, oh, it could be tomorrow or it could be 2 weeks from now. It's the fact that it's random. It's the fact that she could do it as many fucking times as she wants. I don't care if it was every fucking day or every 2 weeks. I don't care. It's the fact that I have nothing to hide. Which I wish I would have did before because it's so amazing. To the fact of being like, share your screen and be like, fine by me. Like, she did that before, and I was like, alright, fine by me. And I showed her everything, and she was just like, because she still believed that I was doing something sketchy when I wasn't. But it's just like, it's a random thing. It's like, you FaceTime, and then it's just like, show me your screen. And it's like, okay. But it's the fact that if you take forever to show your screen, it's just like, you're already guilty. Because it's just like, you're deleting shit, you know? But that is the fact that that's just something insane to me. Because she doesn't want to look like a fool, and it's the fact that I've apologized so much. If I was there, is the fact that let me show you. It's the fact that, where is that damn thing that I was gonna show? It's the fact of literally to show her how sorry I was. I was literally gonna say, I'm sorry for everything I did, but it's the fact that if you have genuine hate for me and everything, here, and it's the fact this isn't her knife that she gave me, but it's a duplicate of it. Is the fact that I would then I would literally just go and then hand it to her and just tell her, stab me until you feel okay. Simple. Okay, that's that's how sorry I am for the way I treated her, because it wasn't good. It wasn't. Nothing about what I did was good. It wasn't. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I did. It's the fact that I made her look like a fool. I made her look like I made her look like a crazy person for continuing to date me, even though I was horrible to her. And it's the fact that it's something that I feel bad about. I genuinely feel bad about. It's the fact that it's something that I was literally going to get stabbed over. And it's the fact that it's something that I thought about just straight up stabbing myself over. Just to show her how sorry I am. Because I'm so serious when I say, like, she's not going to look like a fool. It's the fact that not even if she hears something, but it's the fact that if she has genuine proof, like, not even genuine proof, but it's the fact that she can call me or she can FaceTime me any time of the day and be like, show me this. Because it's the fact that it's so easy to basically frame somebody for, like, false messages and everything. But it's the fact that someone is even framed for false messages and you basically call that person and be like, show me your screen. And they're just like, okay. But it's the fact that when someone just says okay, it's not that easy. You have to actually go to those messages and see if they're there. Because obviously no one would be expecting just like a random FaceTime call out of nowhere. You know? It's not something that would generally happen, ever. So it's the fact of just like, you see that, and it's the fact that you would think that, like, oh, that's not normal. But like, it's the fact that shit is actually happens a lot, if I'm being honest. Like, I had a friend that had the exact same thing. Like, his girlfriend literally FaceTimed him randomly and said, show me your Instagram messages, because she had gotten screenshots of one of, like, her male friends that got, like, screenshotted of one of him. It was like her boyfriend messaged one of her friends, and then one of her friends screenshotted it and sent it to her boy best friend, and then her boy best friend screenshotted that and sent it to her. When in reality, her boy best friend was setting that entire thing up just to be with her, and basically trying to show that he's a cheater and everything, and be with her. But it's the fact that she then, when she saw that, she FaceTimed him immediately and said, can you share your screen and show me your Instagram messages? And he was just like, okay. And then showed her everything, and then was just like, and then after that basically explained everything, and was just like, I haven't been on Instagram like at all today. I've been doing this. And it's the fact that he had like his coworkers said, like, yeah, he's been helping us the whole fucking time. Like, he hasn't been on his phone like at all. So there's no way that he could actually do any of that, because there's no way. Unless he's just a complete like ninja and is fast as shit. There's no way there's no way that he'd be able to actually do any of that. You know? So it was one of those things where just like, yeah, he's not, it's something that he couldn't possibly be talking to someone else. And it was consistent too. It wasn't just like a couple of messages. Like, it was like a full-on conversation. And he was just like, huh? But like, that's the thing. Like, it's the fact that she's saying, like, she's not going to be a fool anymore. And I was like, I completely agree. Like, she's not going to get played like a fool. Like, I genuinely love her. I genuinely love her. I love our son. That's all I want. Like, is the fact that if she needs proof of that, I don't mind recording me telling these women to fuck off and calling them names and flashing my ring and all that. Like, I don't. It's the fact that if that's genuine proof that she needs, I don't mind doing that shit. I don't. I genuinely don't. Like, that was the whole point of, like, when I would go live and everything, and she would, and like people would say, like, oh, hi handsome, or who is that, you know, da 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 da. They would, like, basically give me compliments, and then I would just screenshot it, then screenshot me blocking them, and then that would be it. Like, that was it's the fact that if she needs me genuinely, like, recording me, like, calling these women names and everything, hey, it's whatever. It doesn't matter to me. I'll do it in a fucking heartbeat. I don't care. I would genuinely, I'm no bullshit, I would genuinely go to the fucking club just to fucking reject women. I don't care. Because like I showed you on my fucking laptop, it's on my phone, on my watch, is the fact that it's pictures of her and our son and us together. Like, it's the fact that she is what I want. And like I've said before, I don't care if she's mentally fucked. I don't care if she's mentally gone. I don't care. I don't. It's like, it's a flaw of hers, but I don't, it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't care. Because it's like, what, it's you. I love you for who you are. If you have mental issues, whatever. You know? Like, I love you for you. I've always have. Even when she talked about how she was big, which I never understood. But it's the fact that she's losing weight now, and it's the fact that something that she's talked about before, how she said, like, would you still love me if I lost weight? Would you still love me if I got a boob reduction? Like, and it's the fact that with the whole boob reduction thing, I've more or less make jokes and everything, saying like, no, or this, that, and the other. But it's like, it's the fact that I don't care. If she gets a boob reduction, if she loses weight, that's up to her. Generally, it's up to her. Because it's her body. I don't own, like Baki from the anime Baki. I don't own her. Whatever she wants to do with her own body is up to her. The only thing I ask is that you just tell me how you feel. That's it. That's all I ask. There's nothing else to that. It's just that. Simple. It's simply just that. Like, I don't. It's the fact that I have 100, like, on my Snap. Literally, on my Snap, it's literally just, I have 2 accounts. My main account, and then my backup. Which isn't even a backup. It's simply just a gallery of her. I have Noodles, and then I have a Collector. And it's the fact that the Collector one is simply just a gallery of her. That's it. It's her, our son, us together, so on and so forth. All of the edits I've made, that's it. Like, there's nothing else. There's nothing else there. Like, that's just, it's plain and simple. It's the fact that I don't mind showing all of that. I don't mind showing that to her, because it's stuff, there's some stuff in there that's meant for just her and I, and that's it. It's not meant for everyone's eyes, because it's for me and her, and that's it. Because the fact that her saying that she's not going to be a fool, like, she's not going to be played like a fool, it's like, I understand that. And it's the fact that I'm not. it's something that it's one of those things where she has to just trust me. She doesn't need anybody but herself and her son, because she's not going to be played like a fool. Is the fact that right there is directed at me. I know it is. That's completely directed at me. I 100% know that is 100% directly towards me, because it's something that she has said before. Generally, it's something that she said before. Is the fact that she said that she didn't want to be played like a fool, that she's not someone's puppet, da 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 da. Is the fact that is directed towards me. There are certain things that I'm guaranteed are directed towards me. That is one of them. But it's the fact of just like, it's the fact that I want to talk to her. Genuinely, I want to talk to her. I want to talk to her about everything. To tell her of just everything. And it's the fact that I don't care if she doesn't believe me, because it's the fact that it'll be off my chest. It'll be something that I will be able to freely talk to her about. And it's the fact that I don't have to be drunk about it, because it's something that I've got to the point where I'm just like, I don't care how it makes me look. I was always scared to tell her about it, because I didn't want her to think that I was some sort of wimp or some coward and everything. Like, it's something that I hid from her because I didn't want her to think, oh, he's just a bitch, basically. It's something that I was genuinely scared of. But it's to the point now where it's just like, she's all that I want. And it's the fact that it's the fact that if she doesn't believe me, that's fine. It's genuinely fine. Because it's the fact that everything I have to tell her will be genuinely from my heart. And it's the fact that at that point, that's all that matters. It's the fact that at that point, there's nothing else I can say, because there's nothing I can say or do, because that's the last final thing, is the fact that I've waited for her to call me so that I can tell her everything. Literally everything. I'm not even, when I say everything, I mean everything. And at that point, that's it. There's nothing else that I could do, say, or show her, because at that point I've said everything. Like the drafts that I have on my TikTok, how I feel, how I've been feeling, so much, like so much and so forth. Like it's the fact of that's everything. Like, there's nothing else I can say. Like, that's just how that is. But it's one of those things where it's just like, she believes that she's gonna be played like a fool, and it's the fact that I know that she won't. It's even the fact that even if she is, when I know she is not, is the fact that if she is, and she talks to me about it, and she tells me like she's being played like a fool, I'll screenshot everything, or she can call, like I said, she can FaceTime me right then and there and be like, show me this right now. And most people would be like, that's very controlling, but it's like, I don't care. I want her to feel secure. I want her to feel like, I don't want her to feel like she's being fooled. I don't want her to feel like she's being played like a fool and everything. So it's like, I don't care. Like, if that's something that she wants to do, if that's something that she wants to do every fucking day, it doesn't matter. Because since then, I haven't talked to anybody. I haven't talked to anybody. I haven't slept with anybody. And that's genuinely true. For a good half of last year, I didn't have a car, so I couldn't do anything. Once I got a car, I didn't do anything. The only thing that changed was simply me and my brother didn't go to the store for me to get groceries. It's the fact that I could go get groceries for myself for the month. And other than that, I don't do much. I go to work, I work out, I sleep. Before, it was go to work, it was wake up, go to work, work out, play my game, go to sleep, repeat. That was it. Before, when I didn't have my car, it was pretty much the same thing, but it was when I had to get groceries, it was get groceries with my brother, go home, unpack, play my game, go to, well, not go to, but, what, the goddamn, Thunder, can you fuck off? I'm trying to think, god damn it. But it was, get groceries, unpack, play my game, go to sleep, repeat. And it's the fact that that was the one-time thing. The only thing that changed was simply that. That was it. The only thing that changed was the only thing that changed was instead of getting groceries with my brother, I would get groceries by myself. That was it. That was the only difference. That's the only difference that's happened since then. Nothing else has changed. It's just been that. But it's the fact of just I understand where she's coming from when she says that she doesn't want to be played like a fool anymore. I understand. I genuinely do. I genuinely do. It is the fact of that's directed towards me. I know it is. That's the thing. I genuinely know it is. Don't eat anyone but myself and my son, because I'm not going to get played like a fool. Is the fact that is directed towards me. 100%. I know it is. And it's the fact that the post that I've sent, I know she didn't look at it. I know. It says that she viewed it, but I'm so certain that she didn't actually she didn't actually read it at all. That's the thing. And with me saying everything that I've said, I know that she's not actually listening to it. I know it. That's the thing. I know it. Because if she was, she would know that I'm serious about her. I'm serious about being with her. I'm serious about being a stepdad. I'm serious about marrying her. I'm serious about everything. I'm genuinely serious. Literally, literally. Now I'm glad this picture, that picture popped up. That was a picture that I literally messaged her saying, I bet you're it was something to do with us getting married or anything. I had asked something about us getting married, and I had said are you blushing right now? And she sent that picture saying no. It's the fact that it was something I was serious about marrying her. I still am. It's the fact that I'm still serious about marrying her and everything. It's the fact of just it's one of those things where it's just I'll wait for her. The deadline is a decade. March 8th, 2035 is the deadline. So it's the fact that she has 9 years, and that's pretty much it. But it's the fact that once March 18th, 2035 comes out, and I haven't heard anything from her, that's when it's done. At that point, it's not time to talk. It's time to act. And at that point, I've made a vow. Not even a vow. I've made a vow and I've made a promise to myself that I can't keep going, because the fact that I would have continued to keep going for a whole decade. At that point, my son will be what? 10 years from now, he's 2, he'll be 12. That's fucking insane to me. That he'll be like 11 or 12. That's actually insane to me to think. 11 or 12. It's the fact that I want to be in his life. I do. It's something I've thought about before, and I probably have said before. It's like, he's not my kid. He's not my son, and it's the fact that it hurts me so much because it's like, I wish he was. Because I love him so much like he is. But it's the fact that at the end of the day, I'm a stepdad. And that's it. Stepdads don't have any authority at all. Because they're stepfathers. That's it. Like, it doesn't matter. And when it comes to stepdads, it does not, like, that shit does not matter at all. But that's pretty much all I have to really say, if I'm being honest. I know I said I was ending it, and I did, and then I saw that, and I was just like, I gotta make another one because that's directed towards me. Like, genuinely, that was the fact that was genuinely directed towards me. Like, obviously. Like, I'm not stupid. Like, I know that was, like, that, what she said was directed towards me, 100%. But it's the fact that she doesn't know, like, fucking what, like, it's the fact that it's something that I'm genuinely upset about because she posts stuff of him, and it genuinely makes me, like, sad. It genuinely makes me, like, genuinely tear up because it's just like, I remember, like, I have a picture of him as an infant and everything, and it's just like, it makes me sad because it's just like, I want to be in his life. I do. I genuinely do. Like, I genuinely do. It's something I genuinely want to be. I want to be in his life. It's the fact that when she first said that she had a kid and everything, I was scared. And it was the fact that it's not that I didn't love her, and it's the fact that I didn't love the kid. It's the fact that I didn't love my son. It's the fact that I was scared that I wasn't going to be a good father. Like, not even a good father, but a good stepfather and everything. It looked genuinely. That's what I was genuinely scared of that. That's why I never wanted kids. It's something that most people don't even know. And probably still wouldn't know because I doubt anyone's actually going to fucking watch this. But it's the fact that that's something I genuinely, like, that's something I was genuinely scared of. Like, I didn't think that I was going to be a good father. So it's the fact that I didn't want kids because I didn't think I was going to be a good father at all. So it's just like, you know what? If I'm not going to be a good father, there's no point in But it's the fact that when she mentioned that, is the fact that I had a realization at that time where it's just like, you know what? If I was gonna have a kid with someone, it might as well be her. Out of anyone on the fucking planet, the only person I would want to have kids with or have a kid with is her. And that's it. There's no one else. There's generally no one else on this entire planet that I would be like, yeah, I'll have a kid with you. Like, no, there's no one. I don't care if you make millions of dollars or anything. Like, it's genuinely just the connection I have with said person. And it's the fact that the connection I have with her is, like, to me, the connection I have with her is very strong. And it's the fact of, like, it's the fact that I don't know. It's the fact that I wish she would call me. I really do. Because if she called me, I would tell her everything. That's the thing. And it's the fact that I wish she would call me like when I'm off work or when I'm, like when it's the weekend, so then I can just tell her everything, because it's going to be long. Like, that's the thing. I know it is, because there's so much I want to tell her. There really is. There really fucking is. There's so much that I want to tell her. Like, it's just, but it's the fact that she doesn't want to be, like, it's the fact that I understand. She doesn't want to be a fool anymore. She doesn't want to be, like, that's the reason why I lost majority of my family, because she had mentioned how she doesn't want to be, like, invisible anymore. And it's the fact that I told my family about it, and some people were just like, okay, and other people were just like, no, and I let the people that were just like, no, I let them go, and that's it. Like, there's the fact that, like, it hurts. It hurts because it's the fact that, like, she thinks she's gonna be a fool, but it's the fact that I've done so much that she doesn't even know about and doesn't believe me that I've done at all. And it's the fact of, like, I've done so much and lost so much at the same time, because I'm genuinely serious about her. Like, her and our son are what I really want. It really is. I don't know how else to really say it other than that. Is the fact that Hannah and Gerald are the two people that I want in my life. There's no, and if anyone disagrees with that, they can kick rocks. And that goes for anybody. It doesn't matter who the fuck you are. I don't care. Because in the end of the day, as long as I have those two in my life, it doesn't matter. I'll be able to get through anything. It doesn't matter what it is. Regardless of what it is, I'll always have my head held up high, because I have two people that I love more than anything, like, with me. But it's the fact that I don't know how to tell her that. It's the fact that I wish, she would call me or anything, but it's the fact that I want to say she blocked my number, which sucks, because there's no way of her calling me other than that. And I know the fact that she's not going to call me because she's so into the fact of, not even into the fact, but she's so into the idea that I'm going to basically play her like a fool again, which I'm not. But there's no way of me showing her that. And I don't know how to show her that. Because I'm telling you, if there was a way for me to show her that I was serious about her and Gerald, I would do it in a fucking heartbeat. I would do it immediately. Literally immediately. It doesn't matter. Fucking immediately. I would do that shit in a fucking instant. You have no idea. Because it's true. That's the thing about it. That's why it's so easy. That's why it's like, it's fucking instant. Because it's true. It's the fact that they are who I want in my life. It's the fact that they are what keeps me going. It's the fact that I hold on to the hope. And it's the fact of, I don't know if there's anything to really hold on to anymore, because I feel like no one really gives a fuck, if I'm being honest. That's genuinely what I think. Because I genuinely believe that she hates me, but she doesn't want me to end my life. But it's like, why? You hate me. Why would you care? You know what I mean? That's why it makes me think that she genuinely does care, but it's like, I don't know. Because like I've said before, like it's just like all she has to do is tell me that she's 100% certain that she wants nothing to do with me, and I'll disappear. But at the same time, that has consequences. So it shows me that like she cares, but at the same time, she's scared because she thinks I'm going to do the same thing. And that just gives me more drive and hope to the fact that like if she does come to her senses and just is just like, okay, I'll give you, let's give it another shot, is the fact that I'll show her that like this entire time I've been dead fucking serious about everything I've said, and it's the fact that I will show her off so much. I do it now. I do it on Instagram. Like fucking, there was a post I did today on Instagram. Literally, what was it? Fucking, it was about her nails, because I've accumulated a bunch of her like her having like posting a bunch of her nails. I said my baby is a master when it comes to her nails, and it was 4 posts of like of her nails with different like colors and whatnot. Literally, because she's a savant when it comes to nails. She really is. Like anytime she sent me her nails, they look fucking amazing. Like it's the fact that it's shit that I would never guess like at all. Like it's something I would never be like, oh, you should do like this. I'm just like, you should do this color and that's it. Like it's one of those things. But like, I just don't know. But it's one of those things, man, where it's just like, if there was a way for me to if there was a way for me to tell her like, hey, like I'm in it for the long run, I would do it immediately. But yeah. And Hannah, if you're listening to this, if you genuinely believe I'm bullshitting you, call me. Literally. Call me. And then you can call me and then tell me to explain, and I'll fucking explain everything. From start to finish, I will explain everything. The only thing I say is just, I hope that you have, did you do it on like a weekend or a time that you're, off or something, because it's going to be a lot. I guarantee you that right now, it's going to be a lot. Because there's a lot that I want to say. But that's pretty much it. I'm going to go to sleep. It's 4:20 right now. So I'll definitely, it's Sunday, so that's good. So I'll probably sleep until like 1 to 2 or something. But I doubt anyone's actually going to see this. But, the off chance that, Hannah, you see it, like I said, let me know. Or if you, want to know, definitely call me. Like, unblock my number, call me and tell me, like, to explain, and I'll explain all of it. This is the fact that I don't care. It doesn't matter where I'm at. I will basically excuse myself from whatever it is, and I will tell you everything. It's the fact that if you call me and tell me to explain, I will open up to you 100%, because at that point, there's nothing I can. It's the point. I'm to the point now where it's just like there's nothing I can do. So it's like there's no point in not saying everything. There's no point in not opening up 100% and telling you everything. So it's one of those things where it's just like, you know what? Fuck it. Might as well just tell you. I might as well be open about everything just everything about everything. But yeah, that is pretty much it. This is pretty much the end of that. I'll talk to y'all later and everything. I won't be live, unfortunately, because TikTok is fucking stupid, if I'm being genuinely honest. But, it is what it is. And yeah, I will see y'all probably I'll see y'all tomorrow, because I want to say it's good until like it expires like on Monday. I want to say it doesn't say it on here on like the actual like on my other phone that I usually post on, but it says it on my main phone that I'm using this on. But yeah, I'll see y'all. Yeah, I'll basically talk to y'all later. Peace.